We're looking at S&P 500 M&A futures. The time frame is 2000 tick chart. And the structure of the market right now is indicating bearish trend down. As you can see, EMA keeps pointing lower. We have quite a significant bearish push down. So I have to locate the overall big downtrend that is in play, big channel. And I'm going to find the first swing connected with the second swing. And right now, because we traded all the way down here, I trust this bigger downtrend. And now the bias is only bearish. I'm not thinking about picking a bottom because we are trading lower. I'm only thinking about letting the correction play out and then taking a hyper healthy short opportunity. Limit order. Okay, we got filled. All right, traders. So I'm scalping 7 contracts for 10 ticks, leaving 1 contract as a runner, and I place my stop loss 1 tick above the signal bar. So what is the setup? New low, first entry short, second entry short. Uptrend played out with the break and the new extreme, and it bounced exactly as we identified our key entry point, the trend line. Because we have a form of a two-legged pullback, this is where I can expect right now the stronger push phase to start. It is also right off the EMA, so we have 2 key entry points. The signal bar was quite big, so I tried to use a couple ticks back limit order, but I didn't want to miss it. Now, as you can see, we could have actually made a decent limit order, but I still expect push phase to start here because we have two-legged pullback, uptrend played out with the break new high, 2 key entry points, great bearish bar. Come on. Now we can have decent lower high now. That could give us some momentum. So I'm going to place my stop loss to break even because anything we make is just a bonus. So right now we're just going to be trailing the stop loss. Hopefully we can get some runners. So you can see we connected the first swing, second swing. And because this was quite a significant move down, we had to identify the bigger downtrend. And now it confirmed our key entry point exactly to the tick. So 1 leg up, break, second leg up. Actually, it is much smaller. Something like this. So we're using the visual aspect of the two-legged pullback that is there. 1 leg up, second leg up. Uptrend played out with the break new high. This is important because I can trust there is no longer bullish reason to go long. And you don't have only 1 key entry point, the trend line. You also have EMA, big bearish bar. And if you are not in this trade, you can consider this a lower high because you can see it ticked all the bulls in. It's no reverse down, so it's a lower high confirmation of the second entry short, confirming even more this key entry point. You have to be selling a little bit lower, so let's have 1 negative of this lower high, but still these bulls, they were trapped strongly right into the key entry point. Trend was down, so decent entry to consider. We took the second entry short. We are breaking the downtrend, so our goal is to test the new low that is lower than the lowest low inside of the channel prior to the break. So right now you just have to time the entry properly. We're not going to be entering here because we're holding the runner. Okay, so I'm trailing my runner 1 tick above these swings right here. We're very close to creating a new extreme, actually double bottom. I still think we're going to test the new low technically. I'm not going to be too greedy. I'm going to move the runner here because we can have stronger pullback and then test it eventually. We'll see. All right, so I decided to trail my runner above these highs because we have a break. Small new extreme tested. The new low is in place. There's a chance that we may continue working lower. In that case, I will be moving the runner as we go. But since we have a break in new extreme, I'm going to place my stop loss like this. And doing it this way, I keep myself open to possibility of downtrend working lower. At the same time, I'm not going to be too greedy and I'm going to lock in some partial profits. After breaking new extreme, we can have correction phase. Now, I'm not going to be buying the bottom because we traded down strongly. So you never know if there's going to be additional push down. So I'm just going to be waiting, letting this correction right now to take its place. I'm not even thinking about selling this close to these lows because we just have a break in extreme. So even though there is stronger bearish bias, I'm just going to be waiting and let's see what this price action does. Okay, as you can see, the downtrend was so strong. We continue to trade lower. Now we have a new high. I'm considering first entry long, second entry long failure, breakout pullback out of this congestion. Because of course there's no reversal for me to think about buying. I would need proven uptrend first, but I'm quite hesitant to pick a top because main downtrend played out. But I felt second entry long breakout pullback would be something I can consider. Because after breaking new extreme we keep working lower so many times, I decided to draw another flatter spike in the channel pattern because we keep working lower. EMA is still rejecting every single time. There was no felt second entry long as we were looking for, but right now the bias is still bearish. Okay, so even the secondary channel that starts a little bit later is right now overshooting the trend channel line, which means we can have stronger pullback in the opposite direction. So I'm going to be careful for now because we just dropped lower, overshot the trend channel lines. We can have stronger pullback. So I'm going to be patiently observing this trend line. The last thing you want to do is to take second entry short at the very bottom of the push phase when you have overshoot and there's oversold area. So now stronger pullback can follow to pull market back into equilibrium. Alright traders, I just came back from my break. The overshoot led to a strong bullish reversal. If we're going to connect the swings at the bottom, we have a nice bigger channel established. When you're watching this live, you have small overshoot that is not acting as overshoot. It keeps consistently overshooting. So that's a sign that there is no overshoot. The channel is wider. There was a great double trap because second entry long is too far from the EMA, and the double trap visually looks like a two-legged pullback. That's always a great sign that you can trust it. Look at a strong tier 1 signal bar closing above EMA, another great setup. But we may have a decent setup soon. If we get some sort of second entry long at the bottom here, some form of a triple test, I could consider that as well. Right, traders, resuming the video, as we have a very tempting signal bar second entry long, but look at the congestion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bars stacked, EMA in all these bars. You know, this spike down can get a new extreme. It is tempting, it may hold, but I simply cannot break the rules of the congestion because the congestion is really strong. We're not even above EMA, we have EMA in the middle of these bars. So yes, it may work, but I just can't risk it. I'm waiting here. Downtrend played up with the break new low. We're pushing above EMA. Uptrend still needs to get new high. So what's going through my mind is a high-low confirmation setup above the EMA, because I want to make sure we're pushing above EMA to test the new high, because I simply cannot predict how deep this correction is going to be. So if we're going to stay above EMA and get some high low, I may consider we create a break, new extreme, and I'm going to wrap it up with my one trade and smaller runner around 5 points. So this is the overall structure for today. We started with quite a neutral bias. You have to be a little bit more patient before market gets a little bit easier to read, but then market continues to trade lower. It is very easy to identify the trend. Then we had grade 2 hyperactive setup, second entry short, and the lower high. There are two fairly aggressive setups, although they're borderline being red because you have a second entry short, new low, first entry short, second entry short, mini triple test, but the single bar is a little bit weak. And then you have also a failed second entry long. You still expect new extreme to be tested. They are not the best because now you're quite close to these lows, but you can make a case for taking these setups. I decided to mark this visual failed second entry long. You cannot take this one because you're still above EMA, and that's the problem. But once you break below EMA here, big bearish bar, you can consider. And now this is common area because you have a break in your extreme, so you cannot be thinking about selling, but at the same time you cannot go long. The downtrend was strong. So you can see that market's gonna go lower because you can't even make it to the middle of this trend range. You can see two-legged pullback up, barely reaching the midline, and suddenly market dropping lower again. So you can make a case for some wider channel. I don't see no good setup here. It's a little bit early to take a second entry short. And now you also have congestion flat EMA exactly in one of these bars, 15 bars stacked right next to each other. In a situation like this, you really need to break out, pull back, failed second entry long, that never for market just continue to work lower. Overshoot, we talked about how to identify it. Be careful because it can generate stronger pullback or even reversal. Reversal indeed happened. Great two-legged pullback, visual one, technically double trap tier 1 single bar above EMA. Second entry long was tempting, 2 key entry points, but it is so congested. Even in hindsight, I don't like this. And then we have really nice high low. I should have taken this. This was my trading error. I didn't take it, but you expect to get new high low above EMA. All these sellers, one tick, two ticks lower, reversed up, all there trapped, and you need to get new high. And then as we keep working higher after new high, you can look for slightly wider uptrend working higher, something like this. But you don't never get no good second entry long. Very close to have some failed second entry short, but this high low is so far from the EMA you cannot take. Now we have bad bar, and surprisingly there was extremely strong market rally working to the upside. I marked one high low, two-legged pullback down, push above EMA, great high low confirmation setup, but it's mainly educational perspective because it is so late you can't really be taking setups. Very unexpected rally, Friday close, but whatever happened happened. Strong rally, and we ended up having a lot of bars on the chart. So I'm gonna wrap it up. I hope you had a good trading day. I hope the video was educational. I'm gonna talk to you next time. Good luck with your trading.